Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Sophquest. My name is Spence. This is for the week of May 31st through June 6th. Welcome in if you're new to the channel, and welcome back if you are a subscriber. If you were a subscriber of Sophquest Synergy, my other channel that I started many years ago with my sister, then you probably have figured out by now that we've moved house. I'm here now at Sophquest, so please do subscribe to this channel, because that way you will be alerted if you click the notification bell to all the weekly readings. I do all 12 signs every week, and you can listen to your sun, moon, rising, Venus, whichever you prefer. All right, and get a good big picture of the puzzle. All right, so we're watching the stars on this channel and talking about the energy and how it affects your house. This is just general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay. Sagittarius, this week for you, while we are in the middle of a time period between eclipses, last week was that full moon eclipse in Sagittarius, and this week is a little bit of a breather while Mercury slows down, goes retrograde, now moving into its retrograde season. We're going to be in this throughout the month of June, and so it slows our thinking down and helps us to revisit and revise what we need to. It helps us to rethink and to check once, twice, 3 times. Okay, Sagittarius, we got by the book for you in protection. Okay, so we're going to read that for you. I'm going to read that for you today. Also, I have already shuffled this, but I will shuffle a little bit more for you. The Vision Quest Tarot. It is a Native American deck. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it's by Guyan, Sylvie Winter, and Joe Dosset. Forgive me if I mispronounce. I'm not sure how to pronounce, but that's my best try. All right, so I'm going to pull a 9-card spread for you, and while I do, while I lay them out, will you please just take 3 deep, cleansing, relaxing breaths. Bring down your cortisol, stress hormone. Lift up your serotonin and dopamine in the brain to help you get more clear-headed and relax your body. That feels good. All right. Cutting the deck. And then I'm going to read your oracle for you. All right, so I'm going to tell you what these are, and then I'll show them to you one by one as we do the reading. We have the Tuver. We have the Chariot, called the Spiritual Warrior. We have the 5 of Air, called Fear. We have the Father of Water, the 4 of Fire, called Completion, the 7 of Fire, called Endurance, the Tower card, called Chaos. We have the 10 of Water, called Fulfillment, and the Star. Nice. Okay, so that's good. Last 2 cards look beautiful. I think this Tower moment probably happened last week with that full moon, Sagittarius, in your sign. It was a full moon eclipse in your sign, Sag, so I think last week you had big feels, and I think you had some kind of massive shake-up in your life, or something that shook you, let me put it to you that way. And now I think you're weighing out how to move forward, because you're definitely ready to move forward. You're in the driver's seat, and you're feeling better and okay that everything's going to work out, and it will. Of course it will. But you're trepidatious, you have some fear about it, though you are filled with courage, Sagittarius, and you are going to follow the signs. I really do think so, so I think you're in a good place. All right, and let's talk about this, because I think this was last week, and I think this is what you're letting go of and walking away from, that stagnation, the 8 of Water. This is the walking away card. Walking away from something emotional, because we've decided to go for that 9th cup, which is our wish fulfillment. Something that makes us feel better, makes us feel whole, individual, and empowered. So when we have the 8 of Water, it really is that things have been stacking up, building up, and it just hasn't felt good for a while, whatever this is about. So let's look at these cards first. I'll take one more look. Okay. And take that in. Now I'm going to read by the book by Colette Baron Reid, and I'm reading them this particular time period of Gemini, because Gemini is very much about communication, the written word and the spoken word. So let's read Colette Baron Reid is a good writer, and I don't think her words are read very often, so I thought this was a good time to do so. So we have By the Book, and as you can see, it's 3 elephants, 3 generations, and moving, or a family of elephants, moving in line. They're all in line, right? So when this is in protection, it means something a little different. All right, actually, let me turn to that part. I'll read the beginning, and then I'll read the part that's in protection. The essential meaning: abiding by social rules, conformity, respecting cultural or family customs or universal laws. So doing things by the book, right? Doing things the way they've always been done. Conformity. So in protection, or in the reverse, that would probably mean, and I know it does, that maybe you're going to do something that is not necessarily conformity. It's not, you're not willing to conform, perhaps. You're not going to follow all the rules right now, and you're going to be a maverick and do something different. Okay, here's the message. Now's the time for a real change in consciousness, as you are incited to revolt. Little inner revolution going on. Challenge the structures that are limiting authentic progress. It is not enough to rebel in small ways. This is a call to revolution. Focus on what you really want to achieve, regardless of whether it feels so far outside the box that the established order may reject it. Genius, invention, and transformation are rarely comfortable and less likely to be accepted by the mainstream. But it may be time for you to say no to the way of your group, to take a stand, to make real change. It could be that the structure of your inner world is altering and you need to do a bit of a complete overhaul. This is a time for transformation for you. So let go of the fear of change. Your intuition will lead you through the darkness. There is no turning back now. Trust that light will dawn. Epiphanies will surely lead to miracles. Wow. Sagittarius. Going against the grain a little bit. Maybe, huh? A little bit of rebelliousness. Well, we know you can't stay here. The bottom of the deck is the 8 of Cups. So I'd say that it seems to me like this might be an appropriate time to walk away from what the stagnation is about. Whatever it is, you can't stay in stagnation because you can't grow there. And Sag, you're all about growth. Personal growth. So maybe, yeah, you're willing to be a little out of the box at this point, and that doesn't surprise me about you at all. Okay, so on the top here we have the 2 of Earth. You're weighing things out, and isn't it interesting in this deck, the 2 of Pentacles is actually the Sun and the Moon, like the eclipse. So this week we're between that lunar full moon eclipse in Sag, your eclipse, and the new moon solar eclipse in Gemini, right now in Gemini season, Gemini being your opposite axis. Because Gemini season is your opposite, your 7th house for you, it very well may be about partnership. So your marriage could be, if you're married, could be about that. Could be about any other type of partnership, business. But you're weighing things out, right? And I also see with the Sun and the Moon, the yin-yang of it. So could be talking about a marriage here, possibly a partnership. Then we have spiritual warrior. You're willing to go on the quest. And this is really the Chariot card. So it's about when we put ourselves in the driver's seat, even though we're not sure which road we're going down yet, we are no longer able to stand still. We are going forward, right? That's what this is. I can't stay here. I must move forward. I must move on. I'm trying to go somewhere. I'm trying to grow here. But then fear sets in, right? I mean, we're talking about full moon, right, last week in your sign. It's going to bring up your feelings and all the feelings that scare you, all the what ifs that are negative. What if I lose my house? What if I lose my wife? What if I lose my job? What if all these terrible things happen? All the negative what ifs. And we all do this, right? This is not just you, Sag. Everybody does it. When we get stagnant, because we've lived without passion in our lives for so long, without growth in this state of stagnation, we forget how good life can be. we forget what it feels like to feel great, right? So we feel fear and we worry about it being worse instead of better. So instead of thinking, oh, the grass will be greener, you're thinking, oh God, the grass could die. So I might need to hold on to the little teeny bit of grass. No, actually in this picture there is no grass. There's only stones. There's no grass left, Sagittarius. That's what I'm seeing. All right. Next line, we have the Father of Water. This is your heart, man. This is your open-heartedness. And you really feel the call to do this. To go to a place where you feel comfortable, where you feel like you fit in, where you feel like you can be yourself, and where you feel like you could be in peace talks with people, right? If you look at this, this is like, yeah, the peace pipes, right? Peace talks. So you care very much, actually, to make peace. So if this is a relationship, I think you're willing to do that. And for this reason, 7 of Fire, because you are bravely willing to stand up for what you want to say. You're going to own it, man. You're going to own your truth, right? Stand up and say, look, this is how I feel and this is what I'm thinking, and let's talk. I'm a little afraid, but I really want to take this new step, whatever this might be for you, if that's the case, right? I think that doing things by the book or just like everybody else is driving you nuts because you really want to move forward doing something that's adventurous, something that takes you out of stagnation, right? Looking at the bottom of the deck. Out of stagnation. So yeah, I think you might be feeling this nudge inside of you to move things forward and to take a stand about it. To say, I just don't feel really alive right now. You know, I need something that's going to make me feel more lively, a little bit more, you know, have a little more vitality again. I think you want to feel that feeling of vitality. I think that's what this is, the Tower. In this deck called Chaos. I think it's an inner chaos. I think it's a feeling of frustration, a feeling of impatience to move forward, and a feeling of having an emotional need that needs to be met, that you have to actually express yourself during Gemini season in order to be understood, that it's starting to just boil up inside of you and you don't want it to blow out into an argument. You just want to have a conversation and say, hey, here's how I feel, you know, and I need to bust out of this joint. Let's go on vacation. It could be anything. You know, this is a general reading for you, Sagittarius. It could be anything. Your personal life, your personal planets, you know, your chart would have all the details of all of that. But you know what it is. And that's all that matters. So however this message reaches you, however it might resonate for you in your life, this is a good thing. It looks scary, but it's not. It changes the landscape. It helps you make the change that you're a little too afraid to actually make on your own. And it's life handing you an opportunity to actually allow for that change, to change the landscape for you. That brings a sense of fulfillment. Look at this, 10 of Cups, the 10 of Water. This is our satisfaction, our deep appreciation and happiness. It's a feeling of joyousness. It's good. It's a good thing. And it may take this to get to this. You know, sometimes we have to say goodbye to the things that are wrong so that we can make things more right for us, right? And that's just normal. We all do that. And not just us, because this isn't just like the 9 of Cups. It's not just you, yourself, Sag. I don't think you're selfish here. This is the 10 of Cups. You want to change things and make things happier for everyone in this card, so that everyone can come out of this stagnation. All right? Okay? That's what I'm seeing. And then look at this last card, the Star. Because you're willing at this point to trust. To trust in divine timing, to trust in divine order, to know that these crazy moon energies and this time in our history and COVID and everything that's going on in your particular life are all pieces of a big puzzle. And the only thing you got to figure out today is what's the next piece. That's all. That's all you got to focus on. All right? You'll get here. You will. The change is beginning now. It's a good time. It's spring. This happens in spring. And you're not alone. Remember that. This is always saying, you know, have faith that the universe is providing to you what you ask it for. It's a good time for you. I see good change here. So I wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude. I do hope that you like the channel. Please do subscribe if you do so that you can get your notifications. And give me the thumbs up if you like the video. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye, Sag.